любовь, когда ты...
Alright, looks like we're all set and we can get going. I just need to post that we're actually online here. Okay, so we are ready to go, and we can see players wasting no time looking at their winter tiles and getting ready to start. I'm probably not going to be able to keep up the energetic act because I am really tired actually. So I will just probably chill out and go for a little bit of a more low-key commentary. So let me just... Damn it. Why is it doing this? Whatever. Alright, so let's see, Bryson is already ready to start, KP is waiting, so... It's just a little bit more before we're ready to start. I think we can... Yeah. Hello. Yeah, here, this works. Hello. So we can actually start with that game here. So, and I think KP accidentally revealed his style, so that can be a bit of a problem, but whatever. Okay. It's a bit of a problem because apparently, yeah, I think one of the players actually is not familiar with the interface, so might be a little bit of an issue here, but hopefully. Yeah. Okay. Okay. He figured it out. He figured it out. I think we're going to be fine. Well, let's just give him some time. It can be a little bit hard to figure out what the hell is going on. So yeah, considering one of those players is a veteran and one of those players is actually a bit of a novice, considering he didn't actually play any games. I'm pretty sure he just got a bunch of technical victories to get in here. I think you can click. Oh, wait, what? Why did I get the workers? Oh, it's probably because of fucking... Whatever, I'll just return them. It doesn't matter because... I actually like being a spectator better because I can't mess with the components by accidentally clicking on shit, so... Not a huge fan of this. Oh, I think we got in a bit of a mess here, but we'll figure it out. Okay, so we're starting. We're starting finally. This was a bit of a rough start, but I think we're fine. We can see what is going to happen in this game. Of course, as always, we have a bit of an intrigue with not knowing what the players actually have on their winter tiles, so we cannot be sure whether their strategy is sound or not, because it's just always mysterious like that, so... Alright, we can see that KP is thinking about making a bet, and indeed he does make it, and it is a gold mine. And gold mine produces gold, which is a universal resource, and it is sounds like a pretty sound bet to go for that early on, because once you get that in your village, it is going to give you a lot of stuff. You either produce a lot of gold for free without actually spending workers, or you get a lot of workers from your opponent trying to produce gold. So one way or another, looks like a very solid investment. On the other hand, we see Brian going for the peddler, and peddler provides you with green meeples, or as they're called here, kipples, which is, to be honest, to me it sounds kind of stupid. I don't like the word kipple. It's really kind of grating on my ears, to be honest. But the idea behind green kipples, also, can he please not have this talking piece? I just want some songs. The idea behind green meeples, they're unique, they're not in the bag. The only way to get them is to trade for them from here. So, if you have green meeples and your opponent doesn't, you have a huge advantage over him, because since all actions can only be performed with the meeples of the same color, you can lock down stuff with those meeples. Also, where the... Oh, yeah, I completely forgot. Here are the summer and autumn tiles. Yeah, okay. So, green kipples are important and are also a pretty safe bet to go for early. So let me make another announcement. Just a second. Alright. Good to go. Good to go. So, what do we see here? We see Bryson... Oh. Well, first of all, we see KP kind of losing his connection. Not kind of very solidly losing his connection, so let me just go there. Just a second. I'm pretty sure he did not want that first player tile that bad. Okay, just a second. We need to... Oh, he is actually out of Discord, so that must mean he's experiencing technical difficulties. Alright, so we're experiencing another spout of technical difficulties. This time... This time with the internet for one of the players, so... Just let's hope that he promptly comes back and we don't have to wait for God knows how long. Which would be quite kind of unfortunate. So for now we can just kind of chill out and calmly analyze the situation on the board without, you know, being all worried about where all of those new meeples are going to go. So we see that KP, before he was so rudely interrupted by his internet connection, he went mostly for resources, actually. As you can see, he's bidding for these 3 buildings. Also kind of interesting to see that none of the players are actually using any one of those buildings. They're just bidding on them. It is, I think, quite often to see players actually go for the production straight away. To just get those early resources and make sure those are actually you don't make sure that meeples don't go to your opponent. Yeah, actually that is something I didn't think about, because if you go for early production, you actually risk giving meeples to your opponent, because if they win that bid, they will take the meeples on the tile. So yeah, that's actually kind of an interesting mechanic in this game. So maybe you don't want to go for the early production, but I've seen people do that, because I'm not sure why, actually. Because you're in no rush to spend your meeples. You don't have any hand limit or anything, so you can just accumulate them and then just go off in like round 2 or round 3 to produce a bunch of resources, to upgrade, to do all of that stuff in one fell swoop. So it's kind of interesting to see that some people actually decide to go for that earlier. But for now, we see that KP mostly did like kind of a safe bid for a lot of different resources to make sure that he can upgrade his golden mine, because he has everything he needs to do just that. And also, yeah, actually something that you can notice is that if he wins that bid for the first player tile here, he will be able to pick this ship, and this ship gives him 2 clean upgrades, which is really nice for him. So now Bryson might be right. He might have really wanted that tile. I'm not sure he wanted it enough to just blow up his internet, but still, that sounds like a very nice move for him. On the other hand, we see Bryson going for more utility plays, I guess. He's not going so much for the economy and just solid resources. He's going for more varied, for more utilitarian approach. He's securing that transportation, which is extremely important, as you can see in the later stages of the game, when you have a lot of resources on your tiles and you just want to do a bunch of upgrading. That can be very tough to do without... Oh god, please stop. Oh, fuck. Sorry. That can be very hard to do without proper transportation capacity, because you will be stuck doing your upgrades and doing your transportation extremely inefficiently if you just have your home tile, because your home tile is just even if you upgrade it, it's just 2 moves and 1 building. That is not good. You want this stuff. You want the stables. You want as much transportation as you can get. So it's really, really important to have. And you could also see him going for the green meeples, which is also something. Oh yeah, he's seeing KP. Oh my god, I am really tired right now. I just realized, whatever. So we also see him going for the green meeples, which I theorized a lot about how they can be used strategically, but I've never really seen players go for the plays I see happening with them. I never see them doing it for like big lockdowns, for just denying opponents' buildings, denying opponents' bids, which is kind of weird to me. I think that might be the best way to use those pieces, because they're very, very powerful in that regard. And also KP shows no signs of coming back. It's kind of concerning, really, because he is still completely offline, which is pretty bad. And also I'm losing my ability to talk a little bit here. Whew. Oh my god. Yeah, let's just enjoy the Witcher music. There's not much to talk about otherwise. I really hope KP comes back, because if he doesn't, I'm going to be very, very disappointed. I also have probably the worst camera angle imaginable. I can kind of fix it, so that I'm not like half cut off by the side of the screen. Just like this, maybe. Is it better? Still kind of a forcing angle, but it's a lot of wasted space. But you can at least you can see close in my wardrobe, which is not what I want you to see. But you can also see my dope sign there, so it's all good. It's all good now. All right, I'm running out of things to say, really. Just going to chill out. Just going to chill out. We have nothing else to do. We just... I guess we're going to wait for another, like, what, 10 minutes? Yeah, probably 10 minutes is fine. All right. Like when I sit like this, I'm. Oh, he's back. He's back. All right. Alright. Now to remember whose turn that was, so... I actually... oh, it was Bryson's turn. Alright, okay. This game is not going smoothly from the technical standpoint. This has been this has been pretty disastrous. Let's just hope the trend does not continue. Well, let's just hope for that. Also, I forgot to fix the fucking black bars. This is annoying to no end, because whenever you have an app that doesn't properly run full screen, you get this freaking garbage on the sides. It's so annoying, and it's so annoying to fix as well. Oh, we can actually go full screen. I think it will help. Oh, you know, it won't help because I can't even check my OBS. Well, it is happening. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's. Like devs, please do full screen. Do proper full screen. Don't do this, because this does not work properly. All right, so what can we see happening? Actually, we can see kind of a heated battle for this peddler here, because you know, I was talking a lot about green meeples being powerful, and hey, there it is. You see, the peddler is being bidden for. Pretty aggressively by both sides. Okay, and we actually see Bryson pass, which is okay. So both pass. So nobody gets the peddler. Oh, or do wait. Wait. I guess I. Alright, so that was a little bit weird. Well, probably the meeples got kind of jumbled there, I would guess. Let me clarify that with the players. Okay, so yeah, that got clarified. Okay, let's see, what do we have for our summer tiles? We have 6 meeples here, and we have... okay. Players already got care of that. Took care of that. Oh my god. I'm horribly misspeaking everything in this life. Also, the only person who was watching me just left, so I feel really lonely. Speaking of YouTube and whoever decides to watch me there. So, hi YouTube people. This was supposed to be a stream, but since, as always, I got notified that I'm going to be streaming in like an hour or so nobody knew there was going to be a stream, so nobody showed up, which is really sad. But hey, that shouldn't affect us, so let's have a look-see at what we have here. So this is, so in the summer the most interesting things are boats. We have 2 here, as always. Well, not as always, we might not actually have any. But this one allows you to count any resource as any resource for scoring purposes, which is potentially powerful, but we again don't know what the winter tiles are going to be, so that is weird. And this one I need to actually check up in the rules, because yeah, we have the rules right here. Look at how convenient that is. Keep forgetting about that. Also, should make an effort to stop burping. It's not good for him. Yeah, and also shouldn't probably like say that I'm doing it, because you know when you're doing something like that, you probably don't want people noticing, and that was probably not very noticeable. Okay. Okay. So this boat just allows you to ignore roads when placing stuff in your village, which is really kind of weak, to be honest. Like, you can easily build your village in a way that will allow you to transport stuff, no problem. Oh, sorry. Okay. So I don't really see that being that powerful, you know. We also see KP actually managed to score 4 tiles here, and he just went for all of the resources. You can see right here, he went for all of the resources. We know he has 1 anvil from that boat right there, and he is going to be looking good, I think, because he is going to just upgrade all of this stuff, probably produce a bunch of gold, and if he has something to score that gold with, he's going to be really well off in this game. Okay, so he already made a bid. Yeah. I was about to say, but the players figured it out first, so yeah, so we can see that Bryson is kind of pushing the green workers here. Shouldn't also forget that he didn't use the peddler tile yet, so he doesn't actually have any green workers. He just purchased the tile, which is okay, good. At least it fixed itself. Alright, yeah. Like I said, all sorts of technical difficulties today. It's been a rough match. That worker got stuck for KP and he saw it here instead of seeing it where it was supposed to be. So what we can see KP going for? So he's going for the tiles, and the tiles, there is that one building called something Guild in winter, which gives you a bunch of points, 10 points per each set of 3 skill tiles. And if that is what KP is going for, it is going to do the job for him, because the last time we saw a winner take the game in a fell swoop using that very combination, using this tile to just gain a bunch of skills and then cash them all in for 10 points per 3 skills, which is very, very powerful. Okay, let's see, KP using his own gold mine. Oh no, we actually see Bryson using his gold mine. Yeah, because as you can see, the gold is here, so Bryson just is not afraid to give workers to KP, and it looks like he's aiming to upgrade his peddler ASAP, which is interesting. At the same time, we see KP going for the smelter, going for even more resources, which is very interesting. I wonder where he's going to spend it all. He must have some sort of winter building with just all sorts of trouble again. We can keep seeing stuff in the wrong place. Probably the connection issues. Oh. Also, how the hell do I end up with this stuff? Oh god. I can't even tell what the hell's going on here. Just, oh yeah, it was probably deal. Yeah, it was probably deal too. So everybody just got 2 iron, which they didn't need. So, oh my god. Oh fuck. Should cut it off from the swearing. It's supposed to be child friendly, probably. Pretty sure no children watch Keyflower this day and age. I hope they do. I mean, I would love children to watch Keyflower instead of whatever the hell they watch these days. Like Minecraft, whatever. And we also can see Bryson going for double green here. He can now transmute a pair of yellow meeple and whatever meeple into green meeples. Wait. See, this has been used 2 times already. Wow. So very, very intriguing, to say the least. Bryson is just stocking up on green meeples. Like crazy. Ugh. He has 4 of them already, so... You can tell he's ready to just go off on something crazy. At the same time, we see KP just kind of casually upgrading his stuff, preparing to grab even more resources from the bank, probably. I would wager he has some massive resource stockpile building for the winter to just cash all of those points in. The style of play is kind of telltale of that, so... As we can see, the boats are just not interesting for those two, and I can't blame them, both boats are kind of underwhelming, so... We just see Bryson going for... meeples, and even more meeples. He seems to be just bent on having as many meeples as possible and transmuting most of them into green. Which is a neat strategy. I like it. I like the idea of using as many green meeples as possible. The only problem I have with that is the question of how are you going to win at that point, because you know, you need to get those points somewhere, and just denying your opponent good plays is not going to earn you many points, so that I think is a bit of an issue. We also see him going for the tower, which allows him to spend workers to gain workers. And we can see that he wastes no time just exchanging those 2 for another 2 workers. And I wonder what is actually Bryson's plan here. It's kind of weird right now. I'm not sure what he's planning to do. Because if with KP we can pretty easily see that he's probably looking to grab as many resources as possible, probably use them on some huge resource stockpile in winter. And with Bryson, I'm just a little bit confused. Maybe he's sitting on that building which allows you to get a certain amount of points per set of meeples of different color. Maybe that's his plan here, but then do you want to transmute that many meeples into green? Because he seems to be doing quite a bit of that, and that's just a little bit strange to me, to be honest. Oh, on the other hand, I completely forgot that is actually his building. So he will get those meeples back. Well, he will get this meeples back. He's not... Oh my god, what am I talking about? He won't get the meeples he transmuted, obviously. Yeah, alright. The players just... figuring it out. It's alright. A little bit of problems, a little bit of an interface issue. We can see Bryson actually passing here already. Though he seems to have done quite a bit in this round. He's just beaten a couple of things. Didn't even fight for the first player token this time around. I think he's not interested in that. Looks like. And the next round we're actually going to get smaller boats, so the players will get less resources from those. Oh no, but it looks. Yeah, actually, I completely missed it. It was probably KP who used the first meeple here, so he now has two green meeples, which he used to block the two fattest spots in his village, by the looks of it. Well, at least fattest for Bryson in his situation. So for now, we're waiting for KP to decide whether he's going to continue this round or whether he's going to allow it to end, because Bryson apparently did everything he wanted to do for now. So now it's up to KP to decide. Oh, well, be me. Let's see what is going to happen next. Okay, so we see KP actually going for double beat here, so he is looking to disrupt Bryson's strategy by the looks of it, so he wants to take one of those green Keeple buildings from him. And now that I think about it, grabbing all of those Keeple buildings, green Keeple buildings, is a very interesting strategy, because what it allows you to do is it allows you to monopolize the production of the green meeples. So whenever anybody will want green meeples, and they will give workers to you, and when you want green meeples, you won't pay workers for them. So even if somebody abuses your building to gain green meeples of their own, you still get back on them. You still gain some of those workers they had. And Bryson just keeps passing. I'm not sure what he's thinking here, because he bid on that building, so but so it doesn't look like we're going to see that Monopoly thing here in this game. Don't just throw those away, then nobody fucking needs them. Ugh. Alright, and let's put out the autumn tiles, which are always the same, so all good, all nice. Actually, they're not the same, now that I look at it. Or are they? Not sure. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, you see, that's why I like to be spectator more, because Whenever I want to do anything, whenever I want to adjust my camera, whenever I want to show you something, I just keep messing with the stuff on the board, which is annoying as hell. Yeah. So we're just chilling, just listening to even more Witcher music. Let's listen to something else. No, this is good. Let's see what our players go for here. Need to refill the second boat. Okay. So we're going to our second to last round, and this is the one that tends to be. Well, actually, the last one tends to be the most the most tense. But this one tends to be the longest because people have a lot of options and they want to consider anything. As you can see, Bryson has 20 things, which includes skills and meeples in his hand, and KP has 16 of those things. Down to the 3 other cards as the game things there are actually the winter tiles, so those cannot be used in the course of play until the winter comes. My commentary is not on point today. I'm going to be honest with you. I think I did a lot better last time around, but this time around I'm a wreck. I was not having a good couple of days, so I'm going to just relax and try to have as much fun as possible. As you can see, just this tile is being jumped into high heaven. We see almost half of the Green Meeple's gone from here. Let's see, 8 Green Meeples gone already. Both players just stocking up on them. KP is not allowing Bryson to do any sort of nasty stuff to him, any sort of lockdowns, any sort of dodgy stuff. And to compound that, we have another building which produces Green Meeples in play, so I think those are going to be pretty commonplace at this point. Which also means that this building is not going to see a lot of demand for it. On the other hand, another piece of transportation is obviously very, very interesting. Because transportation is always in short supply. Since there are only 2 tiles, I believe. would you give it? So having more transportation is extremely nice. And also one of the boats, Keyflower itself, yeah, gives you one coin per piece of transportation in your village at the end of the game. So I think, well, to be honest, that is too minuscule of a bonus to really consider. The most important part about it is actually the transportation aspect. So as we can see, Bryson doesn't really have much of a village here. He's just the only thing he's added is a tavern, and this transportation piece is not very useful for him because he doesn't have much stuff to transport. Uh, KP, on the other hand, will want as much transportation as possible because his village is very big. Look at the sprawl. It has everything. It has mines. It has quarries. It has a store. It's a beautiful place. It's just wonderful for him. So he's going to want as much transportation as possible to make the best use of all of that glory. So it's definitely in his best interest to grab this Wainwright. On the other hand, we see Bryson going for the first player tile. He really wants to keep that work advantage going. He doesn't want to have to take only 3 workers when he can take 6, so that is definitely a thing. Well, what other things of interest we can see here? Ooh. We see an inn. An inn actually just simply allows you to cycle a worker when you use it. And if you actually upgrade it, you can get very massive worker advantages on this thing. But on the other hand, as we can see, Bryson, who seems to be going for workers, already has his tavern, which will give him massive worker advantage in the final round if he decides to go for it, because he will be able, like, since he's getting all the workers back, he'll just be able to produce a lot of those. If he can upgrade, that is. Of course, if he can't upgrade, it isn't going to be very useful. And it actually looks relatively unlikely for him to be able to upgrade. We'll see. Also, we see actually somebody locking down this store with with a green keeple, which means only green keeples can be used to use its action. Oh, and whoa, who's jamming that stuff? That stuff has been abused heavily. It's really hard to track who's been using what. I wonder. I think it might be Bryson, because he didn't go much in Keeples since the start of the round. I'm not sure, it's very weird. Like, people has been jamming this thing, look at this. And the only 2 bets this round, well, the only 2 bets on the actual buildings this round are coming out of KP. He will be able to make good use of this sculptor because he has a very easy connection here. He can just connect it to the Keystone Quarry, use probably like Bryson's transportation to get all that stone there and just upgrade it very quickly. And that is 10 points, 10 easy points, which is very nice for him. Oh god. Oh, fuck my life. Yeah. This is a nice song for me in my current condition. What is even happening? I actually have no clue. This game is not very easy to follow. Oh yeah, he just grabbed the wrong resources, because you see, whenever this happens, it's just like, what? Did he transport all of that stuff there? Did he produce it there? What happened? Because I'm trying to give some commentary on what is actually going on in the middle of the table, and I'm not looking at all the like menial stuff going on here in the player's sides, because there's not a lot of like exciting stuff going on there. It's just like meeples being thrown around, and then you just see and you want to give some evaluation to what is going on there, and you can't, because you don't even understand what the hell is going on, who placed all of those meeples. Like, right now we see Bryson just use 3 meeples to produce yet another pair of greens. That is very, very ambitious. Okay. So Bryson just jammed his building, like, used it to the fullest. No more workers can be placed here. And then we see KP upgrading his green worker building, so I think it's safe to assume that he's going to be going for the green workers as well. This green worker rush is really confusing me, because like I said, they're nice and all, and they can be used in many very beautiful strategic plays, but first of all, I'm not actually seeing them used in that many strategic plays for now, and second of all, they're not good for points. There are no buildings which are connected to green workers in any way, I don't think so. So yeah, that actually is kind of weird that they jam on it so heavily at this point of the game, when we're near in the end spiel, and you want to be looking for the ways to cash your stuff in, and green workers are more of kind of a utility thing, something to, to game your opponent with, and not really something that gives you a lot of points at the end of the game. So that's really, really strange for me. But as you can see, people keep jamming on that stuff. It doesn't stop. More and more workers coming in. It just occurred to me that, imagine how much cooler this game would have been if it had a little bit of a different theme. Something a little bit more, like, cool, For example, if this were like 2 battling armies and this meeples actually represented soldiers, so you need to kind of bet your soldiers on different locations in the world, and then you join those locations to your empire and to grow it. That would be really, really awesome. Like, that would make this game a lot more appealing to general public, I think, because to be honest, it's a really, really cool game, very well designed, but the theme is just kind of so safe, let's say, because it's a very traditional theme for a lot of like classic German board games, like, coming in from Settlers, which is a game which sparked this recent board gaming revolution, as it's often being called. And Settlers was pretty much the first game. Settlers and Carcassonne were the two first games that really began that new rush for more and better board games. And this theme is just placed into that, you know. It's a lot like Carcassonne, a lot like Settlers. It's just, you know, settling new lands, doing economic stuff. And I think people these days came to expect kind of more, a little bit more oomph from their board games, because they want something more, with more flair, with more taste to it. And to be honest, this development, as you can see, it doesn't even make much sense. Like, why are you betting workers to get buildings? Like, what is that supposed to represent? If you were bidding armies to conquer new lands, that would be much more thematic. And and then, you know, the whole connecting into the empire aspect would be a little bit weird, but I mean, you can justify it by saying that, you know, you were just planning your road system and all of that, and if you make just some adjustments to the game, you, I think, could make it really, really interesting with a theme of empire building. You know, that just kind of randomly occurred to me, because I'm probably just a little bit too wasted at this point. I mean, I look at my face cam and I look like I look like a jelly. Yeah. But yeah, I think a little bit of a more better theme could have benefited this game greatly. And you know, you replace the boats with like mercenary companies or something, and you just give it a little bit of a more, you know, make it a little bit more thematic in all of these aspects. Like, make this like elite soldiers or whatever. Maybe adjust the mechanics a little bit to fit the theme better. Like, make the players discard their failed bets or something, maybe. Yeah, just like add more interesting stuff to it. But yeah, a better theme could benefit this game greatly. This is the same with every game. You know, when the game doesn't fit, when the mechanics doesn't fit what the story the game is trying to tell you, it's just very jarring always. It creates a dissonance. You expect one thing and another thing happens, basically. So that's what I see with this game, which really holds it back. You just see players jamming a bunch of stuff. Not really much happening. Hoarding resources, hoarding workers. Really, really interested in what is going to happen with all of those green workers in the last round. To be honest, they're like not that different from just regular workers at this point when you look at how many of them each player has. They're not super anymore. They're just like regular dudes. Oh, stop with the conversation pieces. Yeah, you're a great narrator, but not something I want to have happen right now? Look at this. What the hell is even going on? Just people stocking up on maples is what we see right now. I'm utterly confused by what's happening right now. Like, the players probably have a much better idea of what they're doing because they see their own winter tiles. But I am so confused. I am not sure what Bryson is planning to score right now. And I'm not going to say that he's going to lose because last time I said that it was looking grim for our to be winner when he actually had like 30 points in his hand, so this game can be surprising at times. Both players just keep producing stuff. You see, the green workers have been just like normal workers in this game. There's not a lot of stuff happening. Let's see. Actually, I see Bryson going for that stable, for that Wainwright, which is really surprising for me because, like I said, he doesn't have a lot of stuff to transport. He doesn't even have much production in his village. Well, he doesn't even have many buildings in his village to begin with. So it's kind of surprising, but he probably just wants to deny that to KP, but is it even worth it? I mean, maybe? Because KP has some transportation issues, and not allowing him to transport stuff efficiently around the board is actually a pretty valid tactic when you think about it, because it has a lot of buildings in need of upgrading. And all of those resources are in the different parts of the map, so maybe in the end that transportation will actually be harmful enough for KP to hold him back. Because while he probably plans on cashing in some of those resources, he still likely wants to upgrade some of his stuff beforehand. Okay, there's a KP pass here, which isn't surprising considering he only has 3 workers in hand. And we can see that oh my god, so sleepy right now. And we see stuff going places. We see that Bryson actually got 3 buildings this time around, and KP only got 1, but it's a very nice building for him. Can't really complain. He finds enough transportation to if he finds enough transportation, he's going to be easily able to upgrade the sculptor. So each time I look at this and I look at this donkey, and it's just so weird. Just look at it. I don't know why, but it just weirds me out. It's such a weird donkey. It's probably because it is supposed to be a statue, I think. But it doesn't have a pedestal, so it's confusing. Is it a living donkey? Is it a statue? Who knows? Weird. Alright, we're going to the final round, and this is a weird game because there are enough green meeples in this game to make them basically worthless because they're just another color at this point. At the same time, we saw both players just hoard them the last round. Probably for fear of just falling behind on them, I would think. Because if you fall behind on them, they can actually be used very efficiently against you, and that's not something you want to have happen to you. Let's see, like, this is a moment of truth. This is a moment of truth, and I think it is going to be a pretty fast round. Since the production has mostly happened last round, so I think we'll just see a lot of very quick plays from both players at this point. You know. Alright, we see the first tiles being dropped here. Okay, this is rebuilding so far. Are they going to drop any more? Okay, you see Bryson really thinking about it. Which isn't surprising, to be honest. Always loving you, like it's written in the stars. You can run, but you can't hide. I love this song. This song is so good. Just all of the Transistor soundtrack is pretty freaking brilliant. So, but this song is very like, it's very chilled out, very cool. Okay, yeah, Bryson is having a look at the rules right now. Alright, and they're done. Oh, wow, yeah! There's a key market in play, and both players want it real bad. Oh my god, what is going to happen with that kid? Okay, Windmill is a very clear play for KP here. He's going to be able to cash in a lot of stuff from it. Oh my god, look at this stuff. This is crazy. How to even bid in this situation? Because if you want to bid for this, you want to bid in such a way so you don't waste a lot of workers bidding. Because if you do, it is kind of pointless. And this is just crazy, because this signifies ridiculous amounts of points for each of the players. And at the same time, again, if you bid with a green one on it, it creates such an awkward situation for your opponent. And for you as well, because if you start bidding green on this, it's like every time somebody bids on it, they want it less. And it's just... it's crazy. It's going to be a very weird final round. Like, Windmill is very clear for KP. He can cash in like 15 or so points from it if he tries, so... it's interesting to see what he's going to go for. Bryson is probably looking to cash in this too. And here we go, we see the first green bid on this one, and now it is going to be very weird. I don't even know how would I bid on this. Like, it really depends on the exact number of green meeples in my hand. And considering the number of green meeples, there is also very little point in getting both of this, because you can only use a meeple to score one of them. So that is probably what's going to happen. One of the players is going to go with the green one, the other is going to go with the apothecary. Ah, God, what the hell. To gain 3 per 5. And obviously KP is going to go for that windmill, which is potentially extremely profitable for him, so... I have this... what? There are such weird technical difficulties here. I mean, I hope that guy is not colorblind, because if he is, well, he wouldn't be able to play that game too well if he's colorblind. It is a very colorless land. So I think that might be another piece of technical difficulties, which have been plaguing us this time around. Nasty, nasty stuff. Not a fan of that. I see transportation happening. Yep. Obviously KP wants to upgrade that. It's a nice point boost. Basically gets 7 points for it. Oh, very nice. Alright. I'm seeing a lot of upgrades coming out of KP. Just kind of being very straight up, very... Can this stop, please? Like, I'm pretty clear with what I selected my drag and drop, so it's really annoying. But you can see the KP being kind of laid back, chilling, making a bunch of upgrades. Not even bidding on this windmill. Not caring, because he knows his opponent doesn't want it. And will only like bid out of spite probably, so... KP is not worrying about anything. Well, for now he actually doesn't even want the windmills that much because he only gets 5 points from it, but he can easily produce. He can produce a lot more. That's kind of unfortunate that Bryson actually managed to snatch the first use of that quarry from him, because I think he was looking forward to using that quarry as many times as possible to abuse that windmill. Now probably Bryson is going to do just that. Just abuse that quarry. He also made sure that he's taken the tile which gives you points for many workers, so he's not that worried about giving more workers to his opponent. He's not giving them points like that. Well, KP is really working on those green meeples because he is all about this key market. All about it. He wants to gain as many points as possible from that stuff. And it looks like his green bet is paying off because it doesn't look like Bryson is going to contest it too heavily. Though, if I were him, I would probably contest it pretty heavily because each time you make your opponent spend a worker on it, he is sacrificing 2 potential points, so... What is going to happen here? Yeah, Bryson took his time just thinking about it and decided to stock up on even more green meeples here. There is only one green worker left, and once that's gone, there are no more green workers in this game. That's a very, very weird situation. What is Bryson going to do? He needs to contest, because if he doesn't contest, KP is just going to take this, cash in a lot of points, and just be golden. And considering the KP already has kind of a well built up city, I think it's very reasonable for Bryson to try and contest him, because, you know. Bryson actually abuses the smelter of his opponent to gain a bunch of gold, which is interesting. Ayak can actually use this gold to upgrade this stuff. But that won't give him many points. All he will get is more workers. Which is exactly what he wants, of course, but I mean, is he going to pull out ahead if he does not contest those green worker tile and the windmill tile? Both look very promising for his opponent, potentially getting him a lot of points at the end of the game. Yeah, okay. We see Bryson finally deciding to contest, which is wise, I think. Because, I mean, every green worker is out there. You deprive your opponent of 2 points, even of 4 points, since he needs to actually beat your bet. So it's really no reason not to contest. What's going on? It looks like we have even more lag here, since those 2 workers were supposed to be on this windmill for KP. Which is just freaking lovely, isn't it? And looks like I kind of messed it all up. But at least now we see the actual situation on the board, which is well, a lot of bidding is going on, basically. Obviously, this is the biggest point of contention. This key market is very, very hotly contested right now. Yeah, we see KP also going for the stern tile. Does he have a setup for it? Doesn't look like it. But he gets an additional worker and he gets a tile which he will place for 3 points. Most likely. Maybe even more. If it works out well, so... See a bunch of transportation being done. Bryson upgrading his town nicely. Okay. That netted him some points. Nobody's in too much rush to continue fighting for the key market. Yeah. My commentary doesn't really do this game justice because it's actually kind of interesting, but I am so sleepy right now, it's not even funny. I guess it's lucky that nobody's on the stream because they would be bored like hell if they were. Oh, wow, is me. Really rather unfortunate that I'm so damn tired. I'm usually doing fine at this time because I like staying up late, but since I've been suffering from insomnia the past 2 days, I'm just a wreck right now. It's just the perfect storm of garbage, really. Nobody could have planned for that stuff. And yeah, the last meeple grabbed, basically. Yes, the greens are a hard limit of 20. There can never be more in the game. And they're pretty evenly split. Yeah, as we can see, greens are pretty precious in this game, since they translate into a lot of points. And you want as many of them as you can possibly get. I chilled out so much the game decided that they needed spectator mode. No, I don't, thank you. I'm just trying to get through it. And it's alright for the players to take their time, but where a professional part of me inside is just being like, oh my god, where will this end? I want to sleep so bad. And that's considering I actually like the game and I want to give it a more solid commentary, but I'm just at the end of my rope here. No enthusiasm left, no ability to speak English left apparently. But I will just keep speaking about random stuff because, as you can see, just have not much happening really. People are just upgrading and doing all the stuff they need to do towards the end of the game. We don't see much in terms of like strategic bidding and stuff going on right now. And it's really hard to evaluate the value of each worker because we don't even see all of them. Like, we see that a lot of yellows were spent this game, but I'm not even sure which of the players spent each yellow. And that's not to mention that we actually have some missing workers right here, because I'm pretty sure this one has another red on it, which doesn't show up on my screen for whatever reason. It's all weird. Yeah, you see that? There's a worker there, and we can see it. Oh my god, what the hell is this mess? Hot garbage. Hot friggin' garbage. This game was just a mess of technical difficulties. This is really, really poor, to say the least. As we can see, KP decided to go for a bunch of stuff. It's upgrading everything he can. also wants to take that windmill for 5 more points, which will be very solid for him. He can actually also potentially just produce a bunch more and get more points. But that of course will mean that his opponent gets both of those buildings, you know? And KP doesn't want to give up so easily, as you can see. He decides to double down. And now Bryson also decides to double down. So now C standoff for this key market, and the biggest question is it worth to invest more? You know, for both players? It's a difficult call. Like, this building has so much potential in the game where all of the green meeples were taken. And since both players kind of decided to go along that strategy of accumulating as many green meeples as possible, it is very, very strange to see all of this happen and just form a very interesting situation really on the board, where it's really hard to say whether you want to double down on it or not. And, well, KP really wants to double down. I mean, this is the point where I would probably back off. Though, to be honest, like, it'll give your opponent like 10 points still, if you let him have it. But you also shouldn't forget that Bryson is currently beaten on the building, which gives him 3 points per 5 meeples he has. So this one. So if he overcommits to this one, he will also lose a lot of points on this one. Well, maybe not a lot, but he will lose some points on this one. So maybe that is why I would let go of it. Just let KP have it and just earn 10 less points from it. So it's an interesting idea. See more and more upgrades coming off for KP. Okay. Also, probably worth noting that KP is really low on meeples. He only has 7 compared to the 18 from Bryson, so I actually think KP cannot really contest much longer. Yeah, look at this stuff. Bryson is double down on it hard. He does not want KP to have it, and he knows that KP is very limited in his resources that might allow him to actually grab that building. And Bryson probably has a good number of green meeples left in his hand, so must feel pretty secure in that investment. He will score like a ridiculously low amount of points for that building, for the amount of actual green meeples in the game, but he would have taken so many points of his opponent that I think that alone is almost, oh my god, almost worth it for him. Okay. Bryson actually decided to compete for the windmill as well. An interesting idea. To be honest, like, he's ran out of meeples in hand, but he has so many on his village that he can actually benefit from that. Yeah, on the other hand, it hasn't locked this line of play for KP. On the other hand, I don't really see what's the point in this. Like, you will not get anywhere without that windmill, so that's really weird. Okay. Well, what are we going to see next? You're going to see me falling asleep next, probably. Like I said, I'm terribly sorry, but I'm so tired, you have no idea. I haven't slept probably like 2 or 3 days, so I just want to collapse right now. Well, we're still waiting for the players here. No, this is a bad bet. Looks very strange from that point of view. Bryson is thinking really hard on what he's going to do. Okay, I see KP actually contesting the final building. which is interesting. He doesn't have many workers left to work with, but Bryson actually also has very few, surprisingly enough. Only has 9 left versus 6 for KP. It's kind of even. Come on, come on. We are near the end. And actually, it is very, very unclear who is going to win because it's such a weird station to be in. KP is recognizing the fact that that building can actually put in a lot of work for Bryson, so I think that's his final primary reason for doing this bit. This bit on the apothecary. Oh my god. What is even happening in this game? Well, we'll see Bryson. Yeah, Bryson is pretty solidly ahead on this apothecary. So KP decides to pull his bet and just use the smelter once again. Because gold brings some points at the end of the game anyways, so it's a wise decision. It's really bad for him that he can get this windmill. He would probably love it. Oh god, we're finishing. We're at the finishing line. Oh my lord. This was tough. For me at least. I hope players just had fun, because that's the most important part of it all. But it was freaking hard for me. Actually, a really nice transportation tile for Bryson. He will get 10 points for it. That is really good. And imagine if he had another boat from Summer, which doubles your transportation. Oh my god, that would have been a disgusting combo. Okay, he grabs 4 additional points from that, which is very, very, very nice for him. Oh, even 5 additional points from... Oh my god, no. Oh, wow. It's really, really good. Yeah, 6 points. That's 9 points for him. So let's see the final scores. Let's see the final scores here. Bryson actually managed to grab all of the late game buildings. As we can see, the strategy of just getting as many meeples as possible are actually pretty viable, it looks like, especially when you see that those late game scoring buildings are in there and that you can cash them in for money at the end of the game. That's very nice. Wait, he got exactly 50? Really? Yeah. Just take the screenshot. What is this? Alright, and that actually ends it, and I apologize once again for the horrible lack of commentary there towards the end, but I am going to go to bed because I cannot stay awake for another minute, I think. So, thanks all of you. Hopefully I will see some people next time I'm doing the stream. And, yeah. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.